draw attention to NEP because, being an educator, again, I come back to the document that has been produced. There is a lot of importance, which is very good, that has been given to the elementary education, and which has actually, good 5 to 7 years have been dedicated. Along with that, there is an expectation to make the child wean away from rote learning and go on to experiential learning. Now, at the elementary stage, we need to understand the child just walks out of the closed home environment, and it is the first time that he's having the feel of the real world. So there is a lot of curiosity, there is a lot of inquisitiveness, and the energy is very high. So the questioning is a lot. Now, this kind of questioning can best be dealt when the child is undergoing an experiential learning process. Now, so instead of teaching, again, I come back to, instead of teaching rain, instead of teaching soil, let the child go into that space. Instead of teaching the child about, forms of, about mathematics, let the child learn through the rhythm of, some poetic mechanism or music. Here, art will play a great role. The art educators, so the regular educators, have to be trained by the art educators. The child has to relate the academic concepts which we are trying to instill or impart them through this experiential learning experience. Children now build on those simple concepts as well as and relate them to academic concepts. So let them, what you experience, you carry throughout your lifetime. And again, elementary, let the child immerse in experiencing the world around him, whether it is through dance or music, or trying to feel probably the leaves, or trying to feel the rain, or so leave the child in environment. Now, who is going to play that role? That role will be played, again, as I said, by art educators. So, again, coming back, we've already delved into all these things. One last thing, that once the teacher begins to utilize art integrated learning methodology, she should need to work on the dynamics of planning. This is extremely important. So, all integrated learning, art integrated learning, would require linking art experiences to subject matter seamlessly and identify those methods. That, okay, if I need to hone communication skills, or if I want to build on the child the feeling of resilience, if I have to hone in the child critical thinking, then instead of, these are those skills which no book can teach you, which only experience. Now, the beauty of art is there is a lot of interplay of emotions, there is a lot of communication, there is a lot of scope for decision making, there is a lot of scope for risk-taking mechanisms. So the child, when the child is probably performing in a theater, when the child is, composing a symphony, then the child is away from, will I, as we all discussed, that will my marks be lost, or will I be wrong or right? The child is enjoying, the process is very enjoyable, the whole experience is enjoyable. So instead, this particular these skills have to be honed at the elementary level. Catch them young, try and integrate as much art concepts as you can in the elementary years of the child's development.
One thing which I'm really sort of itching to say is that while the NEP talks about art integration, all of this has been talked about in the previous education policies as well. And if you look at the 2005 National Curriculum Framework, you will see a lot of that sitting there as well. And I think one of the things that it tells me is that, and having interacted with a lot of teachers, it is very difficult to do art integration, right? One is teaching art, teaching an art form itself, right? That also, I believe, not every artist, like Pratibha ji said, is going to be a good teacher. So there is the competency of teaching, and then there is the, being an artist. That's one. Art integration itself, one is using art as a tool. So for example, if I'm teaching mathematics and I want to use drawing as a way to do certain concept understandings, that's one. But integration is far, far more difficult and as a process. And I feel that is the part where if I had to critique any policy, I think my issues are that from policy to actually getting implemented and supporting the teachers, it's easier said than done, that work with an art teacher. If in my life, in my own home, I don't speak my mother tongue, I don't eat the food that my mother makes. If I don't sing the songs, I don't draw. We didn't go to school and learn a lot of those, a lot of it came from the home. And therefore, as teachers also, I feel the pain of the teacher, because the teacher also has to be able to have that experience, and live it in their life to then be able to take it to the classroom. And I think for taking it to the classroom, certainly we need to look at processes. How do we prepare our teachers to be able to do this integration? I think integration is the most difficult thing to do. So therefore, if we don't have structures and processes, and we don't have those kind of, and teachers don't go through the same process that a child has to go through, then it's very hard, even if you do give certain directions. So I think a lot of investment has to be made for teachers to be able to get that. And I don't like the word training, but development. I think good professional development is required, and it's available to be able to, we can learn from, I had the opportunity of attending a webinar a few days ago of one of the directors, or I think he's currently the director of the museum in Switzerland, and he talked about the art integration program that they have developed within the museum. Now those are things that they've done over years. There are things we can learn from it and take it. So art integration, I feel, is the hardest in my understanding and experience. I just wanted to put that point forward.